This is Late Night Health. My name is Daryl Wayne, sitting in for the vacationing Mark Alyn for the next couple of weeks. Our guest is Sue McKinney, who's the director of Krilla Health. It is krillahealth.com. That's CRILA, 1L and 1C.com. And we're talking about how companies in the supplement business police themselves to some extent to make sure that we get what we bargained for at the supplement store, the vitamin store, the big box store, whatever the case may be, wherever we buy our supplements. But there are bad companies and good companies. And I guess, Sue, let me ask you, how do the good companies actually make sure that the products are wholesome, complete, and potent, and have the potency to do the job that we're thinking they're going to do when we pick up a bottle of this stuff?
Well, with herbal supplements, it all starts with the plants. So you have to start with the botanist on the ground. And good companies, an example is Traditional Medicinal. They have their own botanists on staff to help source the best ingredients possible and confirm the botanical identity of those plants before they formulate to put them in their products. Again, looking at Krilla as an example, Krilla is made from a variety of lily called Crinum latifolium. That's the key botanical in Krilla. But there are at least a dozen different varieties of Crinum plants, and they all have a different biological makeup. And in our experience, none of the others contain the key compounds that we have in Krilla. So we grow our own, and it's patented. But at the beginning, when we started this, we took samples of the raw, unprocessed plant matter and conducted DNA fingerprint, DNA sequence testing on those raw plants. And then we keep that as a sample. We know what that plant is supposed to look like, and then we can compare subsequent tests to that original test to know that we've got the right one. You may remember there was a splash in the news about the New York Attorney General saying that your herbs didn't have the herbs in them. But that was a misunderstood case where they tested the finished product of those herbs, and in the processing it destroys that DNA fingerprint. So they did the wrong test. You have to test the unprocessed plant matter to confirm your herbal identity. And then after the botanist confirms the identity of the plant, the company needs to verify that the grower is following what we call good agricultural and collection practices, GACP. If you're researching a company or a label, look and see, do they mention GACP? There are a number of independent certifications to look for. For botanicals, GACP is the first thing to look for. Then is the product processed in a facility that is GMP, following good manufacturing practices. GMP certification is required by the FDA. And that's one way we police ourselves. We keep documents about the whole manufacturing processing, and the FDA can come and make sure that you're following the procedures that you need to do. Then third, you want to see if the product has been scientifically validated through clinical trial study. Not just the ingredient, but ideally the product itself. As we've seen, there's a lot that can go wrong with outside sourcing of inferior ingredients. So especially if somebody's trying to make a cheaper copycat product. So if you can find products that are seed to supplement or from good companies who are playing by the rules, they've earned your trust, and we invest a lot to earn your trust.
So at the top of the show, we had mentioned you being the director of Krilla Health. What are the Krilla Health products that you're featuring these days, and what do they do?
Well, each Krilla Health product, there are three labels that we're marketing currently: Krilla for prostate, Krilla for menopause, and Krilla for uterine health. But guess what? It's all the same Krilla. The key ingredient is that one unique, they call it a cultivar. It's a unique kind of Crinum latifolium. And the different labels are just because that's what people are looking for on the internet. A man isn't looking for a menopause product. A woman isn't necessarily looking for a prostate product unless she's buying it for her husband. So although we have different labels, it is that key Crinum latifolium.
And you must be obviously passionate about this business to set aside a law practice and get involved in the supplement business.
Well, I am passionate about it. I was very fortunate after living in Vietnam for 13 years to meet Vietnam's top woman scientist, Dr. Cham, who was the developer of Krilla, which actually came out of a traditional medicinal herb that was known through the generations for promoting prostate health in men and uterine health in women.
Sue McKinney, it is KrillaHealth.com. That's CRILA Health.com, or you can go to our website, latenighthealth.com, and look for Sue. It is, Sue, pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Daryl.
We'll talk to you again soon. Frequent contributor to Late Night Health. It is Sue McKinney, KrillaHealth.com. We're coming right back. Please stick around. It's Daryl Wayne in for Mark Alyn on Late Night Health.